concept that I found, and I didn't realize, in Posuk it says, Api Shnaim Edim Yokum Dov. Why Shnaim? Edim, you can't do anything else. The concept is, Barry, you sent me an answer when I sent out the teaser. You responded, I think that only Edim can work, can produce, can testify. Circumstantial evidence is not in Jewish law. It's not acceptable. Did you say that, Barry?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I'll prove you that it's not true. Circumstantial evidence is part of Jewish law. Mm-hmm. And let's see if it's correct or not.
We have a few cases.
No,
there are a few cases.
Yeah, no, in cases where there was no
cases
way.
are you talking about? Okay, let's take the first case that everybody knows. We read Tanakh. We learn Tanakh today. ויקץ שלמה והנה חלום, ויבוא ירושלים ויעמוד לפני השם, והיה עלולות, והיה שלמים, ויעש משתה לכל עבדיו. שלמה, we know the wisdom of שלמה המלך. What was the wisdom? אז תבואנה שתיים נשים זונות אל המלך, ותעמוד לפניו. Two women showed up in front of the king, in front of שלמה, ותאמר האישה, האחת, בי אדוני, אני והאישה הזאת יושבות בבית אחת והילדים בבית. I am in a house together with another woman, and we each one had a kid. ויהי ביום השלישי ללידתי, ותלד גם האישה הזאת. She also gave birth kid, ואנחנו יחדיו, אין זר איתנו בבית, זורתי שתיים, אנחנו בבית. We are the only one in the house. וימת בין האישה הזאת לילה ששכבה עליו. The other woman's kid died. She lied on him. She laid on him. Whatever. She lied, but she laid.
She lied about
L-A-Y. She laid, but she lied.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. We know already. So the question is, how do we know? Find out. ותקום בתוך הלילה, ותיקח את בני מאצלי. So she got up in the middle of the night. ועמתך ישנה, what else is new? ותשכבו בחיקה ובנה מת. Every time he's with me, he has, it's חזוקה. טלפון, דקטור. ואקום בבוקר, להעניק את בני, והנה מת. ותפנה אליו בבוקר, והנה לא היה בני אשר יראתי. That's not my son. So, whose son is it? Is it? She claims I have the live son, and she has the dead son, it's vice versa. לא בוטה. ותאמר האישה אחרת, לא, כי בני החי ובנך המת, וזאת אומרת, לא כי בנך המת ובני החי, ותברנה לפני המלך. They started to fight among themselves, and they went to the king. ויאמר המלך, זאת אומרת, זה בני החי ובנך המת, וזאת אומרת, לא, כי בנך המת ובני החי. ויאמר המלך, so the king sees, yes, two Jewish women. What do I do? קחו לי חרב, ויביאו את החרב לפני המלך. Take a knife. ויאמר המלך, גזרו את הילד החי לשניים, ותנו את החצי לאחת, ואת החצי לאחת. cut. And each one says the one, says, ותאמר האישה אשר בנה החי על המלך, כי נחמרו רחמיה על בנה, ותאמר בי אדוני, תנו לי את הילוד החי, והמת אל תמיתו. וזאת אומרת, גם לי, גם לך לא יהיו גזור. So the one, the liar, or the laid one, or whatever you want to say, okay, neither one will get it. ויען המלך ואומר, תנו את הילוד החי, והמת לא תמיתו, והיא עמו. He decided to. Did he have to aid him?
No.
How did they do it?
Circumstantial evidence.
מלך פורץ לו דרך.
אוקיי. תירוץ של חבר בנליס, מלך הוראת שעה, מלך.
מלך.
He gave her shus of his kid. He gave
when
the
we
kid
talk about
someone.
two Adam, we're normally talking about circumstantial evidence is not used, is by a question of Misa. Misa.
Someone killed somebody.
Yeah, nobody got killed.
But there's no evidence.
Oh, but there's a din nefoshes here.
But there's no
There's no
evidence.
din in the fushes here.
It should be din nefoshes
Wait, wait, what
here.
is
Because
yichus?
this kid right now is going to get married to somebody.
ייחוס, ציחוס, זה דבר שבוער, ואין דבר שבוער בפחד משניים.
Eventually.
Okay.
But Rashi said that it,
But there's no evidence here. What's the evidence?
So that's even more of a question.
In other words, it's
There's no
not...
evidence, but it's Shlomo HaMelech's Chochmeh.
Right, it's not evidence,
But
though.
Chochmeh is definitely not Eidus.
Circumstantial evidence is not really
It's saying
evidence
that
either.
because it is
No, wait a minute, 1 second. You can't-
I'm sorry, Barry. Let Barry talk. Yes, Barry?
Yes, may I ask you, isn't it, this is one of the three unique circumstances of the Gemara quotes where specifically a Kodesh Baruch Hu made the decision.
Yeah, very nice. What do you say that Kadosh Baruch Hu made it? Let's see page number 3. You don't have the pages. What?
Go to Rashi.
Okay. The Rashi. But I see the Rashi.
that's the answer.
That's not the answer. Oh, we'll see right now.
That's all Muslim.
Yeah, you can, everybody can say. We know that. That's
She could
the...
have- By the way, the mother could have gotten up and said, Turlo
The evidence was the answer of the mother.
If we're
not the
talking
Bas.
about circumstantial
Not according to Rashi.
Circumstantial evidence is not
Wait. Let Jerry say something. We have what Barry said, and soon enough you will say. Wait, give you a minute. Come on, go
Talking
ahead.
about circumstantial evidence, if we're trying to find it in these pages, we should define it at the L'chatchila. Circumstantial evidence is not direct evidence. It is evidence that relies, in secular law, it's evidence that relies upon an inference.
Correct.
If normal direct evidence is I saw A shoot B. I saw, so that the court knows of my sense perceptions, sight, hearing, smell, touch, those are sense perceptions. If I have those perceptions, I'm qualified as a witness. But if I don't say that, and I say, we know that that B is dead and A is accused of murder, I know that A had a house full of ammunition. That's all I know. That's circumstantial evidence.
That very
You,
weak
the finder of
circumstantial
fact, must infer, must make a belief that fact. I heard A say he hates B. That's also circumstantial evidence.
What and he is not?
Here, Shlomo,
Yeah.
there is evidence. The evidence is the testimony of the witnesses. A testimony is evidence.
But that testimony is not testimony because they're not Gebeidus. That's not
The women are witnesses.
Direct testimony here would be, this is their way of saying this woman lied on the child.
Right.
Period.
That's testimony.
That's
not
testimony.
But you know what? The pasuk tells us here that there's this circumstantial evidence because I purposely did not want to read the pasuk. You went to Rashi. Let me just finish. Let me finish the pasuk. Pasuk Kafches. וישבו כל ישראל את המשפט אשר שופט המלך ויראו מפני המלך וואי כי ראו כי חוכמת אלוקים בקיר בו לעשות משפט. What is that? How would you call it? חוכמת
No, Ruach HaKodesh.
That's what Rashi said.
That's what Rashi's saying.
Wait. So let's go with right now with your way. The truth of the matter is a Gemara, because the Gemara says in page number 3, you will see it's not. But let me go.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. On Baskel, you could say Lev Shamayim. On
ודאי שלא, זה לא בשמיים. רוח הקודש, to take my kid away and give it to somebody else, רוח הקודש that supposedly I have, even שלמה המלך has, תראה לו בשמיים. And your decision is, the decisions are related to Yochsim. Yochsim adina nefoshet. We'll see. Pidyon, let's say it's a Kohen. Pidyon Aben.
What is that?
We allowed to get married to a Grusha.
Assumes if there's a
What's the category? It can be
Baskol,
dinner bonus.
It's not anything. I don't know.
It's completely not.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
I don't know, maybe it is. We'll see what it is.
So if it is,
That's how I'm going to learn with you.
if it is Dine Mamones, I can say that there is a Reusa in the tiny of her. So therefore she
But
lost.
it's nefoshes. You yourself say it's
If
nefoshes.
they
I'm
both
saying, but I'm
said, don't
regretting
kill
that.
the baby,
Yeah.
then what?
Oh,
Then what?
that's a different story.
I don't
Then
know.
there's no
It's not
circumstantial.
because
Now
what
he's
they
got-
say. It's not what they say. The circumstantial evidence that I want to call, what I think it is what Shlomo Melech did say. And we follow Shlomo Melech's way of thinking. Whatever you say.
This was a borrower.
No, the circumstantial evidence is that Shlomo Melech made an
This
inference
is Boiler?
based upon his
Yeah,
hearing
the time is a
these
borrower.
women
Mishpat.
speak. He inferred from
Mishpat.
there
Wait.
that this woman was
Not
telling the
necessarily
truth.
circumstantial
From that evidence.
No, wait.
Why
Why don't you
Not
say it's...
necessarily in
The inference is
circumstantial
not the
evidence.
evidence.
Why don't you say it's Jewish? One second,
So I start
Sika. Why are we saying it's
It's going on. Okay.
Judge
Sika, why aren't we saying it's Jewish of a Chakira of the Bezdin?
conclusion.
And what?
Just like the Bezdin of Jewish of a Chakira to see who's lying and who's telling the truth.
Right, it's not direct evidence.
Women are
Here we have an
anyway.
example.
Forget the Adis side of it. There is no Adis.
Let's just.
We're caught up on the idea of Adis.
Where's the
There's no
Adis?
Adim.
There's no Adis here.
No, that's right.
He's asking.
That's what I'm asking.
But there is a Reusa from the
Right.
No one
So it's
here.
even worse.
No one
So why
here.
would you give me the
No one
daughter,
here
the kid?
testifies.
Why
Because
did you
if
give
it's
me the
Dine
daughter?
no. Remember,
If he's not a melech,
Not
then
to-
I have like
If it's Dine
one
Mamones,
teretz. We'll see that Ritbaz is a melech,
none of
but
these
most of the
mothers
Tirufim are not a
said,
melech.
this is my child.
Teretz a melech and
There's
finish.
no
Or a child
Adis.
a melech.
That's mine.
He's the rabbi, he can do whatever he wants.
That
That's
a
what
woman
they say now,
said,
sure.
don't kill the baby, give it to her. Shlomo Melech saw this piece of evidence, which is not direct evidence, and inferred from that that woman must be the mother.
Sorry, that's not circumstantial.
Quick question.
Why not?
Quick question.
Because it isn't. It's no evidence.
A child is
Why not?
A child is an orphan.
Can I do? I want to show
It's
you.
an inference, but it's not evidence.
other cases.
circumstantial evidence
assumed to be
very often is.
A lady comes along and says, "He's my child."
Evidence.
Do we believe her?
Not evidence.
No.
One woman said, don't kill.
Unless
That's evidence.
she has a proof, or what?
No,
If
he
nobody
said
else
that
says
one of the
different.
women
No,
said,
stop.
Nobody says anything
Stop.
different.
This is my child.
Child is a 3-year-old
This is my
child
child.
that Bezdin finds him wandering in the street.
It's her.
A day later, the lady comes along and says, "It was kidnapped from
We
me.
believe her.
It's my child."
We believe her.
So this mother is no different. Each one is saying my child. Each one saying my child.
No.
Right?
But there's
There's no Adis here. Hold on.
That's not what happened.
We
Come
give
on,
them
Nissim.
mothers.
They are contradicting each other.
Correct. So we give them mothers for a lady to say it's my child.
Can I go? Do me a favor. I want to go few pages because we'll have to go through a couple of weeks this way. Okay, I'm sorry. First of all, I want to bury or not whoever said that was that Ruach HaKodesh. Let's see Gemara. The Gemara Malkes, and I want you to know that the Rosh is a Rishon, does not hold from this Gemara. We'll see it in a second. So you see, but I want to show you this Gemara. Omar Ablezer, the Gimel Metkoimes, page number 3. הופיע רוח הקודש בבית דינו של שם, בבית דינו של שמואל ובבית דינו של שלוימה. בבית דינו של שלוימה ההוא, דכסיב, ויען המלך.
He skipped.
ויען המלך ויאמר תנו לה את הילד החי ואמש לו תמיתו. היא אמו, מנה ידה, דילמה הרומה מרומה. Maybe she wasn't saying the truth. So תגמו, יצא בת קול ואמרה היא. Imo. So that's about call, and therefore, lichora, what you answer.
Say your decision was correct.
Very nice. Look at Abarbanel, page number 4.
No, I'm saying.
Ein mashgichin bebaskol.
Sure.
Shoe and rubber lugs.
Yeah, the Vasco just came to
I mean, the whole thing.
ותאמר האיש האחד בי אדוני וגומר. יש לשאול. He asked even a better shaila. And later on the Ritbaz even afterwards. יש לשאול.
I wanted to ask that question.
איך לא פסק שלמה? איך לא פסק שלמה המלך הדין המוציא מחבר עליו הראיה? וכיוון שאחת מוחזקת בבלת היא אמו. He's the mother. What are you talking? I'm giving to the other one. What do you mean you're giving to the other one? She's Mosekes. What did you say? This lady that came and said, this is my kid. There is no other lady that says differently. If somebody else will say differently,
It's not like Shnai Moichazin.
Who is this? This is my share.
Except that she was not.
Find that one says this is
Only one mother was
right. So agreed. Shlomo said, give it to the other one.
Right, correct. The other one ends
No,
up
maybe both of them were holding.
No, they're not both holding. You don't
You
need
see
them
from the
both
pasuk.
holding.
What do you see from the pasuk? I don't know.
What do you see the pasuk? They're arguing.
From the pasuk, they're arguing. So
They're arguing.
So what? They're coming with the baby.
One of them was.
Turn to page number 8, the
He's asking, do they walk into court, each one holding one hand of the kid?
Look, that's not the Mashmos of Gemara. Take a look.
Not the Gemara. He's
Yes, I
asking
mean
the
the Navi.
The Navi doesn't say.
Turn to page number 8, the Ritbaz.
This is getting the fushes, no?
שאלת, sure it is the that's why I asked.
So certainly.
ריטב"ז אז לשיילה 1000 נ"ט תרל"ד. שאלת ממני ידיד נפשי על המשפט ששופט page number 8.
Oh, I'll be moving here.
You guys have it? על משפט ששופט שלמה בין שתי נשים זונות, דכתיב וישמעם את המשפט ששפט. ומה החוכמה היתרה יש במשפט הזה? אין זה כי אם תחבולה מתחבולות. שלמה המלך was big חוכם. What is he חוכם? It's תחבולה. How do you say תחבולה? It's a trick? It's a trick? ויש בזמננו מי שיודע לעשות תחבולות כאלה, וזה לא טעם. What do we give שלמה המלך such credit? For what? ואין לומר מפני שיצא בת קול ואמרה אימו. Why do you say that? You see, the Amrai Bat Kol came when? After he said what he said, right. It says Imo. Right. So the Bat Kol didn't say before it. Whoever said Bat Kol.
No, he said it later.
Because Shamayim is
masculine is different, so you don't have a proof from here. Okay? לפיכך ירו ממנו מפני שמן השמיים מסכימים איתו. שהרי הכתוב מעיד כי מפני המשפט ירו ממנו ולא מפני בת הקול. The people got scared or
the Mishnah was not because of the Baskol, but he kept it because of the
but the decision was according to the Baskol.
No.
Invalidated.
And asked the Shaila and Baskol said this is the
really.
He
knew already beforehand. Why? Who was the one that went to the king? Whoever asked to go to the king was probably that's the mother of the child.
That's not what they say here.
Why would someone go to a king if he knows it's not his child? And face the consequences of finding out that it's not.
Well, they're both fighting over the child.
But someone went to the king. One said, "Let's go to the king."
They both went.
So let's go to the judge.
Well, it says the two of them came to the king. It says
okay.
One said. No, two of them.
No, it says the two came to the king, and they stood in front of him. One of them opened their mouth and said, "This is what happened." The other one says, "No."
The reverse.
But you don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. Look at the Medrash. I have no idea.
So if you notice, on page number 9, one of the Terutzim he says what you guys said. Inami Orasha. It was Orasha, king. But can you pass? Can they call him? He says. Says at the end, he says, "Vanire la'nirati v'arishon nikar." I don't accept it, so Hasha. So my question to you is, why Shlomo HaMelech was trusted?
Was what?
Was trusted. Why did we believe him? Why did we agree?
We agreed to use this as precedent. Why is this precedent?
Is it a precedent?
No.
Is it?
No, there are other better incidents.
You're questioning why. He said the whole amount is his. The other one said only partial. Therefore, we believe the God that said the whole amount is his, not the one partial.
What do we?
By the color we use that.
That's all Hasha. That's a middle.
No, but it's still. It doesn't say that in this. It says Mishpah. What he's asking is a king.
Yeah.
Has to go according to the rules of
No, but
No, why do you say he didn't?
the Melech Moed Keder
No, not just anything he wants.
Yes, but Abraham did it also. I mean, you know.
So I want to tell you outside,
Missing the
there
idea
was a
that it
case.
says that Klal Yisrael was impressed with Shlomo Melech and they saw that as Hashem, which means that Klal Yisrael believed that this is the halacha. That's the
Yes. No. They believed that Shlomo Melech was a brilliant person.
Why? What did he do? Such
Nowhere did it say that now it's said in jurisprudence that anytime you go to court and this occurs, this is what you do. What
does that mean? They really
it's a precedent. Judgment. What do you mean another case? Give me a case.
I can't.
You will not find anyone.
Of course you
There's
won't.
no precedent.
I
didn't set up precedent.
במשפט שלמה.
What he's asking is an interesting question.
אנחנו סומכים על שום...
You won't find a case like
So I want to tell you a case.
This is not the marker for circumstantial evidence, this case. There are other cases, better cases. No.
It is a marker.
We'll find out some other cases today. Okay, slowly.
There's something more obvious.
What's more obvious?
I mean, I'm sure there are more obvious cases.
I think that's obvious enough. We'll see. There was a case with a Rosh, two people in business. Now we talk about business. They were fighting, and one owed money to the other guy, owed him a lot of money, and he came to court, and he had to swear. So he's asking him, please swear. The judge, swear one time. I already said that I'm not interested. He was very obnoxious to the judge. In such a way that the judge decided he had what I will use the term umdana. Umdana means he felt something is wrong here. Like what you say, he knew there are some guns there. I don't know, you say in the house.
It's a gut feeling.
He has a gut feeling. And he tells a story of a Gemara. The Gemara is in Ba'abasra Nunchet. I'll read you the Gemara. Page number 12. How Gavra the Shamana the Vitayu.
I don't know the Gemara page 12.
Page 12.
No, the Rosh. It's the Rosh.
It's the Rosh. Rosh brings the Gemara. I didn't copy the Gemara because he brings the whole Gemara here. Page 12, at the last column, at the right, at the bottom column. How Gavra, the second line. How Gavra the Shamana the Vitayu, the Ka'amra lebarta. She told this her daughter, "Amai lo tzneik b'isura ach iteta asor bnei itali, v'let li mavuch el achad." I have 10 children from my husband, but the truth of the matter, from my husband, I have only one. Only one boy is mine. Ki kashachiv, when he died, the man heard it too. Ki kashachiv, when he died, Omar kol nechasai lechad bra. I am going to give all my asset to one son. Lo yada le'im minayu. Now we have 10 children. Who is the kid that gets the real father?
9 of them were mamzerim.
We don't even
Wait,
trust
right now the mamzerim. What do I see? After they came to Rabna, they came to Rabna. Amalu zilu v'chavotu lekavra davun ad de kai umaglerachun. Go to the cave to the cemetery, take a stick and hit the burial place of your father. Kulu azil. What? The children, yeah. Kulu azil, all of them went.
Except for the son.
Au debrei ulo azil. However, one of them didn't. Omalu, kulu nechse dada ubreyu. All the nechosim, all the asset go to the son.
He didn't want to beat the kever with the stick.
He did not want to. Why?
Alma,
now let's see it right now. Anna koldina de lo efshar lebruri. Suddenly you cannot really find clear somehow. What do you do? לא אומרים עניין מונחת שיבוא אליהו, אלא ידון הדיין לפי מה שעיניו רואות. The judge has the right to make the decision.
What he feels.
Right?
There was a case today, real quick. I was looking at the
Go
video.
ahead.
Okay, there was one person that was convicted of a crime, and he got a year, and he started laughing. He was surprised he only got 1 year. When the judge heard him laugh, he said, "You know what? I'm going to make it 2 years." Because of the way the guy expressed himself, he thought there was more to it than what the evidence came out.
So the judge is the right.
But that's not
the Jewish alone. The judge will see.
That's different. There he wants because he's
But that's not circumstantial.
It was a
The judge is actually
the guy was surprised.
based on what he's seeing. It's a different thing. Omdana means the real.
I know they're
Wait. Omed Bedaito. Let's see. I have a reason why I want to read this.
It's not circumstantial evidence.
This section. Omed Bedaito besvara muetet is figuring in his own way, in his own mind, שנראה לו שאותו שהיה בנו, הייתה יראתו תקועה בליבו. This, the real son, felt some respect to the father. וחלק כבוד לאביו, ונהגה כבוד to his father, ונתן לו כל הנכסים. כל שכן בנידון זה, I told you the case at the edge, שיש כמה ידיים מוכיחות שלא פרה, he didn't pay the money, he didn't want to pay, כאשר הבאר, ועוד, he says, wait, not finished.
מה זה המקרה הזה?
I told you that there was a lot of money between the two guys, and one guy say I paid, he say he didn't pay, so he say, swear. No, I'm not interested to swear. Swear again, I'm not interested to swear. So the judge figured he's lying. That's the case. ועוד, הדין זה היה יכול להתברר אילו היה רוצה להשיב על שאלות הדיין, if he would be swearing or answering, ומאחר ואינו רוצה להשיב, due to the fact he didn't want to answer, כדי שלא יתברר הדבר, הרי הוא כמודה במקצת שקרו, so we know that he was lying, וראוי לדונו באומדנה מוכח. Wait, not finished. כיוון דחזינן בדבר שאינו יכול להתברר כלל, due to the fact that we are in a case that we cannot judge, we cannot clear it out. דן אותו רבנה באומדנה דמוכח, he uses אומדנה מוכח, says he, כל שכן בנידון זה, שהרמאי מונע התבוררות. In our case, when the guy doesn't want to answer the case in court, וההדרת אמת and lack of truth, שראוי לדונו לפי אומדנתו. Now he says, where did Rabna, the Gemara in Baba Basra, learn this halacha? Here it is. והחכם רבנה למד דין זה מאב החכמים. From the father of the חכמים. והוא, במעשה שבא לפניו, על 2 זונות, שלמה המלך, שדן אותו מעומד הדת.
Hey, there's a connection. You can understand the connection.
Okay. שנראה לו שרחמי האב נחמרו על בנה. ונתן לה בני החי, והופיע רוח הקודש בבית דינו של שלמה עליו השלום, ואמרה כי היא אמו. אחרי זה. Oh, sure, prove it to yourself. So, all of a sudden you see, now, I don't know what you call circumstantial evidence. Is that not so? No.
First of all, a lawyer with the son with the mice with all the brothers that one wouldn't hit. So a lawyer for one of the other brothers would say, that's no proof. He suddenly got a cramp in his leg and he couldn't walk. Otherwise, he was going to hit like all of them. So maybe he's not...
Okay, this is America.
He's talking circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, there's no proof.
That is not
he didn't go
But
because
the
he had a
judge
cramp.
felt that he...
It was a marathon runner. He ran in the afternoon.
Not at all.
You're right. You're right. But the truth
is... Circumstantial evidence is you build up a case with all these little facts that are not direct proofs, but they're facts. No!
You get a cramp, you don't get a doctor's note, you had a cramp.
This is an omdana, it's a feeling. Circumstantial evidence takes facts that are indirect, and you build up the case, you say, I saw the guy walk.
What happened to O.J. Simpson? Tell me what happened. You know
No, O.J. Simpson is completely different.
Why?
If the glove don't fit, you have to acquit.
What
was
did they do with O.J. Simpson? They built up indirect evidence. Blood evidence, the knife that he had access to, the fact that he knew how to use the knife, the way she was killed, the fact that he had a cut on his finger, all those things is circumstantial. They can't prove because nobody saw him do it. But they build it all up and they say, who else put it in?
Kalin saw him.
Yeah, well, give me a break.
No, by the way, you should know, by the way.
That's the difference.
With O.J. Simpson, you know what was the key thing that actually got him off? The gloves, because they were leather, shrunk a little bit.
Right.
Between the time that he wore them, because they got wet from the blood, and the time that he put them on the trial, the leather gloves shrunk a little bit. So when they put them on, he said, look, they don't really fit. He had big hands as a football player. They said, oh, if it couldn't be that these are his gloves, because why would you wear gloves that don't really fit? So that was able to create enough doubt. And the truth is, it was all black jury.
That and money.
No, it's an all black jury, so they didn't care. They weren't going to.
A good lawyer that charges.
It's an all black jury. They weren't going to.
I don't understand. It's so simple that he is. So how did they believe it?
Because they were able to create doubt with on the circumstantial
and in our law. It has to be, you know,
that's what
all around.
And Shlomo Melech wasn't the same case.
Shlomo
said
no evidence.
Absolute certainty. If you have any doubt, the guy is not guilty.
Such an idiot. He didn't know that he 5 years before he had the whole thing.
Because he wouldn't want to admit it. He didn't know for sure.
I would gladly would have
in the United States, if you have money to get a good lawyer and a small glove, that's enough.
Yeah, okay. They had enough evidence against him.
Okay,
you call it
whether it's circumstantial or not. It's got nothing to do with it. What it has to do, what you're trying to show is that even in a place where we normally say without two good evidence, you can't make a psak receive the under counts. That's it.
What is Umdana? That's the term. What is Umdana?
No, it's not.
Umdana is my feelings. The feeling of the judge. We get there. It's not circumstantial evidence.
And why not? She was.
It is. I call it this. Now I don't. He calls circumstantial evidence probably different than I call circumstantial evidence.
And the other two daughters are born from Egypt. She actually, her husband was
I want to show you, first of all, the Rashash, page number 14.
Right, so that was the mistake of Furman. Furman was...
This is, look at the Rashash, page number 14. The Rashash is on the Gemara and Malkes. That very Gemara
that we saw before,
that told us about Ruach HaKodesh. Maritz Chais, I'm sorry, I apologize. It's not Rashash. Look at the way I underline. Nichta Betzido Ein Shuvas HaRosh. He brings Shuvas HaRosh Klal Kav Zayin. Evio Marana Bes Yosef Tu Choshev Mishpat. This is page number 13. I didn't want to read it again. The Bes Yosef brings out the Rosh LaHaloche, and he says שדריך בזה איך שמח שלמה לדון על פי אומדנה והעלה לדינה כרשות לדון רשות לבית דין לדון על פי אומדנה כמו שכתב ב-14 סוף פרק חזקי סבתים ולא זוכר מדברי הש"ס כאן. He doesn't even mention, the Bes Yosef does not mention the word of Ruach HaKodesh, because Ruach HaKodesh is not an issue at all. So you all try to say Shlomo Melech Ruach HaKodesh. This is Gemara. If there was a Ruach HaKodesh is afterwards.
Shlomo used Umdana. He used Umdana. Mashav Roeh Be'ena.
What does it mean?
And the Baskel came in and said, "You're right."
And all the Baskel did was say, "You're right."
Right. So he was trying to figure out. Shlomo Melech was doing reverse. Shlomo Melech was doing reverse psychology, right? He knew that the mother. Reverse psychology. He knew that the mother will never want to kill her own child.
The problem I am going to ask you.
So what is that?
Or whatever you want to call it. I call it circumstantial evidence. He said the definition is differently. You want to say differently. However, there's a Gemara about Basret. Dafta the Gimel Amud Aleph. חבר'ה.
Straight evidence.
שור שהיה רואה. Page number 15. ונמצא שור הרוג בצידו. There was one ox. There was a very, very tough ox. Okay? And next to him, next to the ox, we found another ox, dead. One is not so wild. One is okay. The question is now, One guy wants to get
Did
paid.
this shore kill that shore?
Right.
Yeah.
Even
Even though he's a knock in the muad, there's no aid
And
in
we
him.
conclude
No way,
There's
there's
no
no
way there.
problem.
This
This is circumstantial.
this is circumstantial evidence.
Right.
This is circumstantial evidence. This is not umdana. This is circumstantial
Past
evidence.
behavior is indicative of what he would usually
Correct.
do, and today
He's
he didn't do
there.
it.
He's got blood on his hands. He's right
So
there.
it's no
That's a classic case, though. There's no lie.
But
This is
That's a case.
In what way you pass that law,
You see the guy walk out with a knife, and you say he's not
What you
trying.
passing that law?
No. This is circumstantial evidence. You may not want to use it.
That's also there, circumstantial.
That law, what
Guy
do we
walks out of
pass?
the house, guy's dead in there, nobody else.
we don't know.
Sometimes they can.
Only Ravacha, but we passing like Rabbono. Now look, see page number 16, the Psak HaLoch in the Rambam.
Whether or not halacha is.
Was there a psak here? Did we-
Wait, how do we get
Yeah, so let's see Psak HaLoch in the Rambam. The Rambam, we're going there. The Rambam, page number 16.
This is circumstantial.
Sure, Halacha
I
Yudalet.
ain't different, but this is what real. This is real circumstantial.
No, there's no place. The Rambam
Show שהיה רואה על גב הנהר. The shore was on the bank of the river. ונמצא שור הרוג בצידו. אף על פי שזה מנוגר וזה מועד ליגר, זה מנושר וזה מועד לישר, אין אומרים בידו שזה נושכו, וזה נקחו, אפילו גם היה רוכר בין הגמלים, ונמצא גם על הרוג בצידו, אין אומרים בידו שזה נגו, עד שיראו עדים כשירים. לא שירתו עדים.
Circumstantial evidence. This is circumstantial evidence. No, it doesn't. They don't need related.
So why not? What is the difference between the two cases? What is here? It's even worse. Here is Cheskas. You take him back, you take him back.
This is mamish evidence, like DNA blood of
DNA
We don't rely on it unless we have aid. That's why kill it.
See, what's the blood on the home is not enough?
How about the case of Kavach?
I don't think so.
See, what's the significance that it says Alanar? What's the shore? Why?
No, because it goes on. It goes on.
Big story. Not a
No, it's just not the story because the Gemara says it goes on. What is the difference? Why is this you would call umdana and this you would call circumstantial evidence? And circumstantial evidence you say no, umdana can't. It doesn't make any difference.
You can't pull my
Question of them there at all.
No, you said why you said
Why you say this is not umdana? That's what he's asking.
No, I didn't say why it's not. I'm asking.
Because umdana is a feeling. It's not based on evidence. There's nothing to feel.
That's what he's asking. He's asking, why don't we say here, we should have an umdana?
No, not umdana, circumstantial evidence.
This is circumstantial.
It is circumstantial, but they asking that they don't use circumstantial.
What he's asking is, what is the difference? That's what he's asking.
Because it
This
may
is
not be strong
circumstantial.
enough.
Maybe
You need a few, you know, maybe even with the case with David HaMelech, maybe this woman was so smart. She said, I'm going to say, give the child to the other woman.
Right,
So
reverse psychology.
maybe that's what happened. How do we know?
The Bosco said, that's the Bosco.
On page 15,
That's not circumstantial evidence.
Wait, what is it?
Rashi Einoimim, it's right below the Mosif Rashi 2 lines. Einoimim, Derabanan Lo Yad Zerban Batar Umdana. Rashi says this case would be umdana. He uses the word umdana.
Okay.
But it's no good.
But
it's very. I don't. Whether it's umdana or not, I say it's umdana. I say umdana is circumstantial evidence. I really don't have an answer to the question. I'm asking you. In the case of Shlomo HaMelech, it's not just who is going to raise this kid. Let's assume the kid, I told you he's a Kohen. Let's assume he's not a Kohen. The kid is going to get married to someone. It's by the problem of Yochsim. Okay. The problem is of Dinah Nefoshes. Pidyon HaBen.
Right. A lot of,
It's Nefoshes.
It's Nefoshes. So in Nefoshes, I will take the judge, Mr. Jerry Cohen, I'll accept. And with regards to the shore, those oxes, I'm not accepting what Jerry Cohen is telling me. I understand. What's the difference?
Well, could I mention something?
Yeah, sure.
There's in the secular law, I think when you're talking the fushos, the criminal law, there's a difference between civil law and criminal law. I sue you for damaging my wheelbarrow. I gave it to you and I got it back in broken. All that you're liable for is money. But if you're accused of murder, that's all the entire society is claiming against you. And society punishes you by imprisonment. Okay. An individual can't punish you by, when there's prison involved, or you're going to lose your life. You can have a death sentence if it's murder. Okay. In a civil case, we have to distinguish first between evidence that we've been talking about and evidence, in the examples earlier, he had a house full of ammunition. He hated that guy. He didn't like Armenians. You know, all those are facts that we can prove, but we have to draw an inference from that fact that he was guilty. Now, if we're in a civil court and it's only mammon, the burden of proof is lower than if it's nefashos.
And nefashos? Yeah.
In a simple, if it's only do you owe me $1,000, all I have to prove is a preponderance of the evidence.
Right.
51%.
So it's easier than in a
But in a nefashos, it's got to be beyond a reasonable doubt. 95%. Right. So that's
it's even worse.
So there may be, but your example of Shlomo is a perfect example that is very convincing to me. That the Torah recognizes circumstantial evidence.
It's not circumstantial evidence. It's not circumstantial evidence.
That was a very
he had a feeling.
But you can have 20 pieces of circumstantial evidence if it's din in nefashos and not convict because you don't get beyond a reasonable doubt. You have evidence of this fact, 20 facts. But they don't, in the aggregate, in the sum total, it doesn't get you up to 95%. So we have to distinguish between mere evidence and carrying the burden of proof. Okay, and the two different burdens.
But I'm asking you a question again. Answer me that question. Especially the way if you understand like me that Shlomo Melech holds that this is circumstantial evidence, and in spite of it, we listen to Shlomo Melech verdict. Why don't we listen to the same verdict when I see those two oxes? It is only a matter of money.
Maybe no, because it's not in the nefashos. Is it because some
circumstantial evidence is better than other circumstantial evidence. But speaking, that's exactly what Jerry's saying. Some types of evidence are more powerful than others. Just because you have circumstantial evidence doesn't mean yes, we rule like it. Sometimes it's better than others. Maybe by Shlomo Melech, he felt that his circumstantial evidence was so powerful that he could rule.
It was a feeling. My cousin, Mr. Guggenheim, is here. Let me say something.
I agree. I don't. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think we see something altogether different. And I think we see a rule about how you have to judge, because in the story of Shlomo Melech there is a toen and a nit'an. There are arguments. There is somebody who claims. At the shore, nobody claims.
Sure.
No, we see
the owner.
Sure. The owner.
The owners are claiming. The owners are claiming. Not
that ox's owners.
Right. No, draw את הממוינת. יש ספק בלי טענותיהם. יש ספק בלי טענותיהם. זה מה שאתה אומר. אתה אומר יש פה draw את הממוינת.
Give the guest 2 minutes.
I don't know. It doesn't say that
somebody came to claim.
What we see in Nach is the following. What is a judge meant to do? If there is a toin and a nitan and there is no edus, what is he going to say? Okay, I'm sorry, I don't judge. That's what Torah says. I mean, that's what Nach says. That here you have to judge, and then the Am says, you know, this is what a judge has to do. Here in Baba Basra, there is no toin and nitan. You find the show, it is all circumstantial.
No,
you find the show.
It's talking about the owner.
Guys, no. There is a draw in the Mamoine. Sofek Beloita Inosea. He's right. He's right. It doesn't say that there is no toilet. It doesn't say that there is no toilet. It has to be. It's a lochos chushmishpat. It has to be a toilet in a nitan. Who cares? There is Sofek Beloita Inosea. That's what he said.
But he's saying have a build that shore because he's already a shor shenoga. Yeah, so there's no time to Nanitin. He's right. It could be there's no time to Nanitin. Maybe Bezin has to kill the Shar because he was a...
His owner is standing there going, you
no, wait, stop.
Basically, he didn't kill.
Stop. Why does the Gemara bring a case where the Shar already was...
That's what he said, okay? That's what he said.
I heard what he said.
That's what he said.
He had to give an answer.
There's no
By the Shiur. You know what? I don't know. I have no idea. We're not exactly sure.
I'll tell you what.
He had to give an answer.
You would have a kid in front of you, and you say it's your kid. You have the it's your shirt.
He's a muad. What's a shirt?
Chazaka. You have the chazaka.
You can't just ignore it.
I'm also going to kid. He had a choice to give the kid.
What could he have done? What could Moshe Shama
where the kid is, then this is the father.
Why did he kill the kid?
No, the kid, where the kid is, then the mother. Where the kid is,
I agree with you.
Otherwise, why the case is
Hilchos Nizke Mamon.
Correct.
So why is it here?
Because where else?
It's not Nizke.
It's not Nizke Mamon.
It's not Nizke Mamon. There's nobody's Mamon involved. You're telling me you gotta kill him?
Of course there is.
Short.
Somebody eventually owns that shore, but the Bailam might not even be here right now. The Bailam might not be here.
If there's no mitzvah,
What are you talking about?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's Shor Shenada. Yeah, and Bezin knows it's a Shor Shenada. They have a responsibility to protect society and kill the shore. That's the whole halacha. We don't know, so therefore we don't do it.
Okay. I don't have an answer as yet. I'm expecting to hear an answer from you next week. I want to learn a few more cases to see the cases of circumstantial evidence or umdena. Page number 18.
Not circumstantial.
Okay, umdena.
Let's see what Encyclopedia Talmudit has to say.
It's not umdena.
Look, I'll tell you why it is. Look at the definition of umdena. You know what? Let's see page number 18. Maybe I'll start with this. And this is really something that you... לתוקן, כשהמעשה עצמו ברור לנו, ואומדנה בא לברר את הכוונה של עושה המעשה. We know what the act was, but we need to find out what was the intention. Or...
Wait a minute, now could I just mention one thing? Circumstantial evidence means we don't know what happened. And this he says we know what happened.
No, but
we don't know what the kavanah was. That's exactly what he says.
There are two kinds of umdena, that's what he says.
Oh, okay, so let's
but what's the umdena? Okay.
By the way, that can work.
Let's take one case.
Sometimes you know the Maisa,
right.
You know the sometimes you don't know the Maisa,
but you know, but it's still it's umdena.
But the judge says we're using the logic.
The judge doesn't.
A logic. The umdena is a logical conclusion. He's coming to a logical conclusion. What the judge feels is logical.
100%. But in halacha, I heard in halacha from Barry and from others, it's impossible the Jewish law would recognize something that's called circumstantial evidence or quote unquote umdena. Do you know? You don't have two witnesses. You can
take a look at
give any verdict. All of a sudden, at least one thing you come out of this session today, we were yelling a lot. By the way, it shows that Choshen Mishpat is more interesting than
You didn't know that?
but the fact of the matter is, there's something new. I'm not so sure, so I'm going to the judge, and the judge can make the decision, and this is a decision, this is a verdict, and that's a verdict to stay. By the way, you were talking about Biru before Borerut.
Yeah.
When we go today to court, we sign at the rabbinical court, not in court. We sign rabbinical court. What do we sign rabbinical court? It's not actually a verdict of a bezin. That bezin is borerut. It's two people, shtar borerut. They all accept their verdict, but the verdict is also also a logical verdict. So in essence, every judgment of the best
It's arbitration. Today it's not logical. It's Torah.
No, it's arbitration.
It's arbitration.
It's arbitration, but that's arbitration. Okay, arbitration.
Yeah.
It's not exactly correct. Exactly.
They don't have to make
Okay.
We'd like to have borrowed.
We'd like to have borrowed. I'd like to have borrowed.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's it. You don't like it, jump in the lake.
I can't go to Oimekadil.
But you see that he will go. But by the way, the case of the Rosh, I told you, the guy owed money, and we asked him, go swear. I'm not swearing. I'm not coming to court. I'm not. It's not interesting for me. So we're not sure in the Maise. The judge decided
based on his actions.
Based on his actions, that the Maise.
Today that would not be logic because
but
people
that guy
sleep.
is going against the rule
So
of law.
that's
The rule of law is you must swear, and he
logic.
refuses, as opposed to just a plain
But let's see a few more
He's
cases.
actually doing something connected.
Circumstantial evidence.
Therefore, it becomes law.
There's no stira, no contradiction between circumstantial evidence and Shnei Eidim.
I'm not a
Shnei Eidim is a prevailing rule. We don't make a decision without Shnei Eidim. But the two witnesses may bring only circumstantial evidence. No, the two witnesses we may find him liable.
If they do with circumstantial, then we can't use it.
Another Shnei Eidim does not exclude and does not contradict.
I agree, but I would like to say something more. Shnei Eidim.
It means
I
they
think
saw
that
what
Umdana is
happened.
better than Shnei Eidim. Excuse me, why I was saying the word better? Shnei Eidim Xeras HaKosu. The two Eidim are terrible Eidim, but we have to listen. Why? Because the Torah tells you, Pishnayim Eidim Yokum Dovo.
No, unless they know what they're doing. Well, stam to
With Drisha V'Chakira, moment is not the Drisha V'Chakira. Excuse me.
No, but if two guys walk in.
Wait. Umdana, it's logic. The logic, the judge, the logic. It's the logic. It's not the Shnei.
It's more than logic. It's different than logic.
הלוג'יק של הג'אדג' הוא יותר חזק מהשני מבחינת הלוג'יק.
has to have a base to do the circumstantial.
It comes from the logic of Shlomo HaMelech and everybody else who came up with chokhmas to understand what people are really doing.
Okay.
That's where the logic comes from. You have a chokhmah for logic.
So let's see let's see the case right now. A few more cases. We have a few more minutes. Page number 18. מי שלח בנו למדינת הים ושמע שבני בנו. The son left and went to another country.
What page?
Page number 18. The
bottom better.
וכתב כל נכסיו לאחרים. Then the father was a big millionaire and he decided to give all the inheritance to other people. לאחר כך בא בנו, then the son comes. ואחר כך בא בנו אומדנה מוכחת, so we know אומדנה שאילו היה יודע שבנו קיים, if he would have known that the son is still alive, לא היה נותן כל נכסיו לאחרים. It's umdana or not?
Is that logic?
Yeah, but
this is logic.
It's logic, but the Maisa was different.
It's umdana, but it's not.
But they say that in the end, that he doesn't get the. He doesn't.
I'll tell you. Listen.
Yes,
It's umdana based on. He said, "My son is dead. I'm giving away my money to everybody else." It's like Yish Lomidas. It's like Yish Midas.
It's not logical enough.
אין פה שאלה מה קרה. אין פה שאלה מה קרה. There is no question what happened.
The question is, he would have done that.
But there's no question what happened.
So therefore, he's not the.
But Shlomo HaMelech is there.
Think he's dead and he's really alive. He wouldn't give the money anyway.
In Dakar, the wives remained agunot.
So Agunot, we're finishing here.
Since my son is dead, I'm giving this to other people. There's no shaila.
Rabbanon made a special etter if there is a way.
There's a machlokes tanoim whether in this case whether we say the maton is a good or not.
That's why there's a question.
That's the question.
Because he says in that case,
that's what he's saying. That's the reason.
So next week, I expect from you an answer. First of all, what is the difference between the two cases, and then maybe we'll touch the idea, what is a polygraph machine? Is a polygraph machine, which is called Mechorat Emet.
They're not reliable.
They're not. No, not only that, they're not admissible in court.
They're not.
It's not a polygraph admissible in court.
DNA.
Polygraph machine.
DNA is today.
I bet you the CIA has things that probably are more reliable. But
Yeah, but it's
Why it's not reliable?
Ernie,
it
they're not
used to
Ernie,
not be. Maybe
but
now
Ernie,
the technology is
Ernie,
such that
but
it's
Ernie, no
Because
matter
the
what,
person-
they're
yeah,
not
they
reading your
teach-
brainwaves.
they
They're
teach
not
people how to
reading,
fool them
you know,
over.
I mean, it's
There's
still a
way to do
matter
that,
of
that they could
how you
physiology.
react, it's
Physiology
physiology
is
and how
not
you react.
reliable enough that it's admissible in court. The Supreme Court
Because you
gave a
can fool,
ruling.
you can easily fool.
I don't know, Jerry, you're the lawyer. Polygraph machine is not. Polygraph results are not admissible in court.
Depends what jurisdiction.
I'll tell you.
Some jurisdictions, yes, some jurisdictions.
Why? So why?
The-
Based on
The
what?
legislature has decided reliable or not reliable.
But is it reliable? What do you know?
Is it reliable?
Is what
It
reliable?
depends what
No, it's not
technology you're talking
What?
about. There are
What?
Lie
20
detector
different
test.
Oh, lie-
detectors.
No.
So,
And who's judging
So
it?
maybe I shouldn't
People
speak
who know
about
nothing
it.
about lie
Because
detector.
You want to know the technology?
You tell me that-
You want to know the technology? I'll get you all the technology.
Right, that's it.
No,
You want to compare?
I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Like 5 minutes.
The
I'll tell you
CIA
how.
is very reliable machines, waterboarding, all this kind of thing.
I
See if I can get one. We'll put it on Marciano when he shows up.
Control your breathing.
And then
Polygraph itself is reliable.
afterwards, I want to find out
I'm dependent on
Yes.
training.
if I'm going to listening to a tape. Listening to a tape, a husband is following the wife. He wants to know what she's doing, what she's not doing, or vice versa. And there is a detective. Can we rely on the detective?
Can you rely on videotape? It's not-
Videotape.
It's
All this is all part of
You have
the
video of OJ.
The video's better than the video's better than the
In
detective.
a lochel. What happens best? Better is to you. You say Lochel doesn't accept
but the
it.
fact that he's an investigator
No, because he gets paid. The investigator gets
But the
paid.
investigator's getting paid by
He
that
gets
guy.
paid by the guy.
Yeah,
And if he gets paid, he can be an aide.
An aide
That's
can be.
right.
An aide can be. He's getting
Right.
paid by one
So
end.
you can rely on his testimony.
Can't be
That's
an
what
aide.
I'm
Use
telling you.
videotape all the time.
Now you can see how wide this issue is.
I'm saying, but they use
Anyway.
It's a myth, but that's true.
Based on video.
That's probably real circumstantial.
Yeah.
Based on video. Collecting evidence.
But that's not considered circumstantial evidence. Getting paid.
No, that's it. What's the difference if I come and I say, oh, I am right now in
because you need a straw.
San Francisco and you hear my voice?
Okay, well that's
you would
we're never
not be
going
able
to do
to
that.
punish the person.
It's almost the same thing. I mean,
Okay, let's leave it. I don't know if I want to speak about that next week. Okay, Johnny, you want to say Kaddish? Thank you.